In this video, you're going to learn step by step what you need to do in order to break into any finance role you want to break into, whether it's spring weeks, internships, or graduate schemes. This is how to go about doing so in 2025. First and foremost, create a timeline. You know applications are going to open in June, July, August, September. If you're in the UK, applications are already open in the US. So you want to get a page and put when our applications opening. Deadlines typically are a month, 2 months, 3 months after, but you want to disregard deadlines completely because a lot of applications will close. Some applications close on the day they come out because they receive thousands of applications there and then. Some applications close after 1 week, some applications close after a month. What you want to do is put the deadline for the applications 1 week after the applications actually open. So this is very important because now you know you've got a deadline to work towards. So what you're going to do now is between today seeing this video and the next 4, 5, 6 months until applications open, you basically need to get ready. You need to prepare. So when applications open, you can submit an extremely high quality application before the hundreds of thousands of other students and graduates that apply. This is important because, as you know, applications and interviews and offers, they get filled on a rolling basis. So if all the places get filled, that's it, applications are going to close early. If you get in early, you're more likely to get an interview, assessment center, higher view, so on and so forth. So you're not just stacking the deck in your favor by applying early, you're going to stack the deck in your favor by applying with a very high quality application. Now, if you need a CV template, hit the first link in the video description below. I've got tons of CV templates that have helped people break into investment banks, finance firms, consulting, etc. You can edit it so it's fully customizable. First link in the video description below. But once you've done that, like what I would say, take your current CV, put it into the template in the link below and leverage ChatGPT. Just simply copy and paste job descriptions into ChatGPT and ask it, I'm applying for this role, improve the bullet points on my CV for this role, or improve the bullet points on my CV such that they will be suitable for applying to investment banks or whatever it might be. Quantify it where possible and then use specific examples of results you achieved on those experiences to improve your CV. This year, I want to help 100 of you, and I want to track it, break into the industry, irrespective of whether you're applying for spring weeks, internships, or grad schemes. And the reason I want to do that is because I've got a system that I know works. It's worked for other people and I want to test it on more and more people. However, the only people I want to help are individuals who are serious about breaking into the industry and willing to work hard in order to do it. If that sounds like you, then I want you to hit the link in the video description below that says Finance Fast Track. Inside there, you're going to see it's a community. There's courses and there's weekly calls with me. The next call is on Wednesday. It's basically everything you would need, irrespective of where you are in your current situation, to go and break into the industry. If that sounds of interest to you, make sure you check out the link that says Finance Fast Track, and there's a massive discount for the next 50 people that join, and it's going to be the lowest price it's ever going to be. If you're extra keen and join on an annual plan, you're going to get 12 months for the price of 4. So yeah, I'll see you on the inside. Most CVs don't have a good structure. They have mistakes, they have grammatical errors, inconsistency, formatting, all of that. So if you use this template, that will eliminate most of those, and then it's about the quality of your experiences and how you're selling them. Even if your experiences are irrelevant, it's how you tweak it. So let's say you have experience at working in a retail shop. That's fine. Copy and paste your bullet points into ChatGPT and say, help me tweak these to improve them and make them more suitable for an investment banking application. You will know which division you want to apply to. So if it's sales and trading, then you will say tweak these so it's suitable for a trading role or a sales role on the trading floor. If it's asset management, tweak these bullet points so it's more suitable for a sales role or an investing role in asset management. If it's for an investment banking division, position, or operations or technology, you will do the same. Tweak the bullet points accordingly. The more specific to the role you're applying to, the better. Next, what you want to do is leverage ChatGPT for your cover letter. Include as much information about yourself into ChatGPT. Previous CVs, previous cover letters, some context about you, any text that you've written so it understands your voice. Tell ChatGPT to create a 400-word cover letter with the structure of introduction, why the firm, why the division, why you, and then a brief conclusion. And then ask it, make it sound less AI and make it sound more in my voice. Once you do that, it will create a decent cover letter for you. And then you can make it more specific by asking it to quantify certain aspects. Make it more specific to the firm, make it more specific to the division. Do this, do that. Once you do that, you should have a good cover letter. You want to tweak your cover letter for every application you do when applications open. But that's the basic stuff. Cover letter and CV out of the way. What you also want to be doing is you want to get your online test practice in check, because you don't want to have a solid CV, cover letter, application, etc. applications open, and then you get hit with online tests and you're terrible at these tests. So you've got 3, 4, 5 months to practice online numerical reasoning tests, logical reasoning tests, verbal reasoning tests, and all the other tests that are included. You can find all these test providers, all these practice tests online, so I'll let you do that. Once you've got application, cover letter, CV, online tests in check, what you're going to want to do is identify an area of the industry that you want to break into. Because if applications open and you're applying to every single division with a scattergun approach, it's going to be tricky. It's okay to do that if, you know, the application cycle is closed and, you know, you're kind of looking to secure anything. But if application cycle is just opening, what you want to do is be extremely specific. So my advice to you would be have 2 focused divisions. A front office division, which is more popular, tends to be what most students want to go for. It pays more better exit opportunities, etc. And I would say have a back office division selected. Typically this is operations or middle office like risk or something. These divisions have entry routes into the front office and they're easier to break into and they're less competitive, and it means you can secure something and have something on your CV or whilst you're in your first, second, third year of uni as an insurance option rather than graduating or going through uni without any experience. So the way to decide which division you want to break into, you need to identify, first and foremost, you need to do a self-assessment. So identify your strengths, your weaknesses. What are you interested in? What are you not interested in? Can you see yourself working extremely long hours, 16 to 18 hours a day? Or do you want to do a 9 to 5? Or a 8 to 6? Do you want to work on the desk constantly looking at the financial markets and doing what traders do? Or do you want to be out and about meeting clients, wining and dining clients, pitching investment ideas, pitching portfolios, so on and so forth? What is it that interests you? Once you've done that self-assessment, and go as deep as you can, ask yourself, why does this interest me? 5 times, okay, that's why it interests me. Why does that interest me? Why do I feel this way? Once you figure out who you are and what you're interested in and how much you want to earn, obviously everyone wants to earn lots, but typically in the world of finance and banking, to earn more, you need to work harder. You need to do more work. There's more pressure. So ask yourself, are you okay doing a back office role, or do you want to work in the front office? If it's in the front office, do you want an extremely intense role, or do you want less of an intense role, but it will come with less of a large bonus? All these types of questions. Once you know who you are and your self-assessment is in check, what you want to do next is become an expert on the various divisions. You want to learn a bit about all of these divisions. You can obviously purchase my career guides if you want. Everything's in there. It will be linked in the video description, or you can just use ChatGPT, but you're going to need to know what to prompt it, what to ask. If you don't know what you don't know, then my career guides will be useful. Otherwise, you can leverage the internet, ChatGPT. Everything is out there really for you to find. But essentially what you want to do is figure out which of the divisions within the world of finance is most appealing to you. And then when you've committed and you've realized, all right, I know I want to go into asset management. This is what I did. All right, I was interested in asset management because I didn't want to do sales and trading. I wasn't like heavily markets type of person. I didn't want to do IBD because the hours were way too long. And I thought asset management, I want to be in a sales role rather than an investing role. So I said to myself, I'm going to focus on becoming an expert in asset management. That's what you need to do. Find the division that you're interested in and carve out at least 1 to 2 hours every single day, the more the better, over the next 3, 4, 5 months on becoming an expert in that industry, in that division, in that field. If you do that, I can guarantee when applications open, there is no way you're not going to get an offer in that division. Most people will not put in the work. And honestly, the way for you to go and get an offer, you need guidance, you need accountability, and you need to just put in the work. That's literally it. Most people know what they need to do, but university, holidays, life gets in the way. If you can obsess over becoming an expert in a specific division and then going on LinkedIn and networking with people in that division 1 or 2 years ahead of you, there is no way you're not going to break into the industry, right? It's Feb now. You've got Feb, March, April, May, June, July. 6+ months to become an expert. And there's no way you can't do that. What you also want to do, so we've done CV, cover letter, online tests, applications, self-assessment. So understanding your interests, what you want, understanding the division so of interest, and then your backup division as well. So let's say operations, you want to learn about that as well. After you've done all of that, what's going to happen is you're going to make these high quality applications. You're going to do these online tests and you're going to pass them. And then what happens? You get invited to a higher view interview, or you get invited to assessment centers or in-person interviews. You don't want to prepare for those when you get the email invitations. You want to prepare for them beforehand, ideally now. So what you're going to do is master all 20, 30 key competencies. So interviews typically, I should do a whole course on this really. Interviews typically consist mostly of competency questions where they try and figure out if you've got teamwork skills, attention to detail, analytical skills, interpersonal skills, whatever it is. And you have to use the STAR technique, so situation, task, action, result, to talk about these skills and use your previous experiences to discuss them. It's really straightforward, but you can only be really good at it if you put the hours of practice in. Practice each one. For each competency, create 4 bullet points: situation, task, action, result. And practice your answers such that it will probably require 50 plus times practicing over and over again until it's ingrained in your head and you don't need your notes. So when you're asked, tell me a time you displayed leadership skills, you just know easily, immediately where to go with that question and how to answer it. Most high views and interviews for Spring Weeks, internships, grad schemes are competency interview questions, but then there will be technical questions. But because you've been doing your research, you've been becoming an expert on the division of your choice. In my case, it was asset management. Any asset management technical questions they throw at you, it'll be easy because you're going to know the answer. The reason we get nervous in interviews or any situation in life, for the most part, is because we feel underprepared. I went into my asset management interviews, no joke. I went into Goldman. I wasn't really nervous. I was fully myself because I knew I prepared. There was no more preparation I could do. I knew my shit. So I felt confident. The reason you're nervous, let me say it again, is most likely because you feel underprepared. So you want to get to application season extremely prepared. Interviews on lock, cover letter, CV, everything on lock. Networking, you know people in the industry, you've got names that you can drop. All of these things will come together and it will just fall in place. You're going to do 30, 40, 50 applications. Yes, you will get rejections. If you can't handle rejection, this isn't for you. The only way you're going to succeed is if you fail. That's the only way. Otherwise, succeeding won't feel good. Success needs failure to happen, and you need to get tons of rejections to build your thick skin, to know what it feels like, to be humbled slightly. Lots of you are entitled, and you need it because it's going to make the wins feel 10 times better. So once you do that, you've done your competencies, you've done your technicals. Another thing you need to do is craft your story. What's your elevator pitch? I cover this in my free community as well, by the way. Everything I've mentioned or spoken about today will be linked below, so check it out. You know, when people ask you, tell me a bit about yourself. So your story answers that question. You give them a bit of background. You talk to them about the pivotal moment that you discovered that you want to break into this world of finance, and then you talk to them about what you did after that and why or how that's landed you in this interview seat today. Master your story. It's extremely important, not just for interviews, but for networking, when you're having coffee catch-ups, etc, etc. Brain teasers, that's another thing you can practice. That's pretty self-explanatory. ChatGPT can help you on that. Essentially, once you've done all of that, 1, 2, 3 hours every single day, consistently over the next 6 months, you are going to be more prepared than any other student, irrespective of your university. Try and do things on the side that are finance related. Then you're going to be able to apply to firms and smash your applications. If you made it this far, it's on you to go and prepare. I'm here to guide you. Hit the links in the video description below. Join the communities, get free resources, so on and so forth. And I'll see you in the next video. Good luck.